Hi, Steve here, blessedhopeforever.com. This is an update on our timeline that we've been involved in for several weeks. This will probably be the third video concerning that particular timeline. I just want to build on it somewhat, and because it just seems to me like the evidence is piling up for December 21. If you haven't watched the first video, I recommend you go back and do that. It's not that old of a video. You should find it in a playlist. I did a video on this timeline, December 21. Then I did a Christmas message, and then I did an update on that, December 21. And this is another update. It's a follow-up. So what I'm about to tell you here in this video, you may not really relate to much of the information unless you are up to date on what we've been talking about concerning December 21. Now, I have known from the very beginning, I expected there would be a lot of blowback. You know, a lot of the naysayers would jump on, well, no man knows the day nor the hour, and he's going to come in a day that's unexpected, and so on and so forth. You really need to stop doing this, Steve. And let me just remind you, okay, these are possibilities, nothing dogmatic. There's no date setting going on here. We have every right to, as God's children, to anticipate his coming and love his appearing to the point to the word that if we wanted to, we have every right to just, do nothing but watch and every day. And we're sick and tired of this world, and we want to go home. And I think a lot of these people that are negative about all this don't really love his appearing. They may claim to, but they don't really love his appearing, and they probably need to just go on about their own business and not worry about what God is doing in the lives of other people. And so having said that, let me get into what I want to share with you concerning this date, December 21. And again, I'll say, if you're not familiar with the background of this, I recommend that you go back and watch the videos concerning it. This is a very special day. I'll start off by telling you that I got a notification from YouTube that said that, well, happy 9th anniversary. So today is the 9th anniversary of Blessed Hope Forever. Now, no one knows the day nor the hour was simply an obvious statement of fact. We will not know. Any rational thinking individual knows that we won't know. Okay? I don't know why people pretend to think that somehow we think we know. I could construct timelines forever and never be 100% certain about any of them. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know the day on which your Lord will come. But understand this: if the homeowner had known in which the watch of the night the thief was coming, he would have kept watch and would not have let his house be broken into. For this reason, you also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come in an hour you do not expect. You mean like December 21st? Now, if you followed me along in all this, you know that what I said in the last video that I gave, I gave you my Oklahoma time when we went from light to darkness, from darkness to light. Now let's calculate the unexpected hour for Jerusalem, because this alignment is probably the most chilling detail yet. We're talking about the winter solstice, the completion of the cycle, UTC time, which is 15:03. Okay, that's 3:03 p.m. The Jerusalem time zone, Israel Standard Time, okay, is UTC plus 2. So Jerusalem time would be 1703. That would be UTC. That would be 5:03 p.m. 5:03 p.m. Okay? Now, just think about the thief in the twilight. Look at the sunset time for Jerusalem on December 21. Sunset in Jerusalem is 4:40 p.m. The solstice, 5:03 p.m., which occurs exactly 23 minutes after sunset. Okay, this places the event in the Hebrew time known as Bien Ha Shemashat, twilight. I hope I pronounced that right. That mysterious space between day and night. The sun of the seventh day has just set. The light of the world, the age of 77 years, has officially gone down. The sky is darkening. This is the precise moment when the Jewish people would be lighting the menorah for the 8th night. Now, in Jewish tradition, the new day begins at sundown. The moment that the solstice hits 5:03 p.m. is the exact moment that the calendar flips from day 7 to day 8. It is the literal twinkling of an eye transition. At 4:39 p.m., it is day 7, completion. At 5:03 p.m., the solstice locks the cycle, and it's firmly day 8, new beginning. The thief comes just as the sun has disappeared and the first stars, the 88 constellations, are becoming visible. So, while I'm chugging coffee here at 9:03 a.m., in Oklahoma, Jerusalem is entering the first watch of the night, lighting the final candle of Hanukkah. And it will be 77 years, 7 months, 7 days since May 14, 1948. Now, if you look at the calendar right now, Sunday, December 14, 2025, you are standing on the exact threshold of that final 7. This is why I'm doing a video today. Here's the precision of the timeline applied to today, to this day. The month mark today, May 14, 1948, 77 years later, May 14, 2025. Seven months later, December 14, that's today, 2025. Today, Sunday, December 14, Israel is exactly 77 years and 7 months old. The years are finished. The months are finished. All that remains is the final 7 days. That's what I want you to understand. This is where we're at on the timeline. We have entered the final 7 days. By landing exactly on December 14, the timeline triggers the Noah protocol. Genesis 7:4, for yet 7 days and I will cause it to rain. Starting today, you are entering the final 7-day countdown that leads to December 21. The Hanukkah alignment tonight, Sunday night, December 14, marks the first night of Hanukkah. You light the first candle, the light begins. As you count the 7 days of this final week, you'll be lighting the candles one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on December 21st, you hit the 7th candle in the 7th day of the count simultaneously. It is absolute clockwork. And I remind you, 1948 to today, 77 years, 7 months, this has brought you to the starting line of Hanukkah. The 7 days of Hanukkah walk you to the finish line of the age. if this timeline is correct. 77 years, 7 months are behind you. 7 days are before you. Now, about this unexpected day that our Lord spoke about. If you poll the prophecy community, 90% of eyes are always fixed on Rosh Hashanah, trumpets in September, or Pentecost in May and June. I have firsthand experience on this. I can tell you this is exactly what we've done. Those are the obvious biblical appointments. This is what drove us to do this. By landing on December 21, Hanukkah solstice, the date successfully bypasses the expectations of even the most diligent watchers. Here's why December 21 is the perfect candidate for the unexpected hour. First of all, the Levitical blind spot. Most prophecy students operate strictly within the 7 feasts of Leviticus 23. They assume God must act on one of those Mosaic dates. And again, I'm just as guilty as anyone else of this. The assumption that, the rapture must be on trumpets, last trump, or Pentecost, the birth of the church. Well, here's the reality. Hanukkah is not a Levitical feast. It isn't in the Torah. It appears in the intertestamental period, the Maccabees. So because it isn't on the list of the big 7, most watchers write it off. It creates a theological blind spot, a feast that is legitimate. Jesus attended it, but hidden from the law. And second of all, the hidden bridegroom. There is a profound typology in Hanukkah regarding the bridegroom. The feasts of Moses, Leviticus, these are the dates the Father set for the nation. Hanukkah, this is the date that the people set to rededicate the house for the Father. Okay? Now, if the Father's dates, trumpets, Passover, are for national Israel, perhaps the non-Levitical date, Hanukkah, is reserved for the non-Levitical body, the church. It slips in through the back door of the calendar. And number 3, the winter camouflage. The natural mind assumes a harvest happens in spring or fall. A harvest when the crops are ready, May or September. What is unexpected is a harvest in the dead of winter, December. There's some logic to this. Who gathers fruit in the snow? Well, only a master who has kept the fruit stored in the barn, or you could say the ark, or who is coming to rescue the seed before it freezes. It defies agricultural logic, making it spiritually unexpected. That's my point. And number 4, the long delay, Matthew 25. In the parable of the 10 virgins, the bridegroom tarries. Trumpets, September, the virgins wake up, they trim their lamps. Well, surely he comes now. And then atonement, into September, October. Well, maybe now he's going to come. And then tabernacles, October. Well, he's got to come now. And then comes the long silence of Cheshvan and Kislev. The dates pass, the excitement fades, people go back to sleep. And then at midnight, the solstice, the darkest point, the cry rings out. The delay until December 21 ensures that only those with extra oil are still awake. And I'm a dispensationalist. I believe that can apply to the church as well as Israel. As I said, winter rapture equals winter return. If the rapture happened on Rosh Hashanah, millions would say, hey, we knew it. We knew that. But if it happens on December 21, a date associated with Gentile holidays close to Christmas and a minor Jewish feast, well, it catches almost everyone off guard. And it fulfills the verse perfectly. It is a day that fits the divine pattern 7777. Yet it's a day that the vast majority of the body is ruled out. So today is December 14. The expected feasts of 2025 have all passed. The world has exhaled. The watchers are tired. But the stage is perfectly set for the unexpected. Keep looking up. We're going on.